following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Denver is in full. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the five for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Murray out there with Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
Now here's Jackson. Inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Murray. Stolen by George. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And good that time.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Here's Zubac following the score by Jamal Murray. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack, Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Murray surveying the D. And there's the pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
So, for the Clippers, Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. No doubt, Greg, you are known as being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Outside Rondo. Count it. Good.
Two of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
Pass to Murray. He kicks it to Millsap. Back to Murray. And the rejection by Zubac. Morris against Gordon. Morris passes to Patterson. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not going to beat Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Rondo. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap looking it over. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting for... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Releases. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. George has got 6.
Silky smooth stroke. Nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
Back to Murray. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up by 4. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's...
The mentality of how we play and how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. The Clippers also making some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Leonard in for Rajon Rondo. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Patterson can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 3. Porter passes to Barton. There's the feed to McGee. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Patterson. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The drive by Jackson. Here's Batum. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Out to the wing. Campazzo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. At the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Left side Jackson. Here's Batum. And it's sent back by Jokic. Outside Porter. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Porter.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
All sorts of time. That one a little long.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Here's Leonard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. No coverage that time. McGee's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Feeds it to Batum. No good on the shot. Now Denver takes it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Barton kicks to Jokic. Up top, Porter. Kennard covering. Shot clock at 6. Jokic. That one goes. Count it. Now it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Jackson down low. He's against Jokic. Here's Batum. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Porter passes to Barton. Kicks it to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Jackson down low. He's against Jokic.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And a wide open look for Porter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jackson gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
It's Barton on the wing. Passes it to McGee. The shot from the low post is good. McGee's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for Denver.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Jackson. And that one is off. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chip. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches. And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So for the Clippers right now, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Porter with the steal. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And George, here we go. Batum wide open, he fires. Off target from outside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. pass to Jokic. Buries it down low. And it's a 12-point Nugget lead. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Jokic kicks to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Floats it up for Jokic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
The drive by Jackson. Here's Zubac. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Michael Porter. The Clippers also making some changes. Patterson comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Murray with it. Working on Zubac. He gets that one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Back to Millsap. Murray outside. Gordon with it. Guarded now by Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Murray kicks to Green. And stolen by Patterson.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That's going to go back the other direction, but they played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. Here's the lob to the hoop.
You like Patterson because he's always looking for a spot on the floor to score.
The Nuggets leading by 11. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And stolen by Patterson. And George, here we go.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now here's Barton. He's got 5. Tries from the block. Just 5 on the clock. Gordon dishes to Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Millsap with the steal. Outside Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Morris kicks to George. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Kicks it out to Gordon. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Clock at 6. Gordon finds Murray. From deep. The shot that time not on target. Excellent D there from George. The pass to Patterson. Great D that time from Green. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Jokic. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets lead by 13. And will return shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 13. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Aaron Gordon out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade, Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Pass to Murray. Outside for Millsap. 6 to shoot. Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets. Outside Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Back to Gordon. Batum against Millsap. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray, the pass to Millsap. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And a miss there on the triple.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Gordon with it. Guarded now by Jackson. To the paint. Kicks it out to Gordon. Millsap up top. Dishes it to Porter. Back to Millsap. Shot from the wing. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Jackson misses.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Gordon finds Porter. Outside for Murray. And he makes the 8-footer.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Clippers trail by 13. Rondo passes to Patterson. That one's not going to go. Good defense by Jokic. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Porter dishes to Millsap, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Martin's checked in for Paul Millsap. The Clippers also changing it up. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's George. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And here's the fast break. Murray outside. It's Barton on the wing. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic over Jackson. And it's Jokic missing. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Murray outside. Now Porter. D that time from Leonard. Outside, George. He dishes it to Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Martin passes to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
CLA Jokic taking 2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Outside for Batum. Tries to save it, but they'll get another chance. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. Murray outside. And the pass to Jokic. Quarter outside. The Nuggets with another miss.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. A 6-point lead. Back to Murray. Pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Barton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. So the Nuggets win it. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus and showing their fashion sense. Gotta make a grand entrance when you're on the road. Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in town. And we've got
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really...
Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man.
Outside Covington. Back to Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Murray left side. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia. Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Barton outside. Porter passes to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Down low. And the layup is good.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Denver in the lead. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Passes to Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. misses the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the three ball is good. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Porter against Powell. Off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. It's Millsap with the drive. Wide open look here for Murray. Green. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Left side, Jones. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum against Murray. Shot clock at 6. From 8. And again, it's Portland converting. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. .23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Porter against Jones. Porter passes to Green. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time rising up for the dunk.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Nuggets lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Simons surveying the D. A 3 from McCollum. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets leading by 5. Green finds McGee. Back to Green. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Millsap kicks to Dozier. A three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. It's stolen by Green. Millsap at the elbow. Out to the right wing. The pass to Green. Knocked away. Millsap attacking. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You've got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
To the middle. Campazzo lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And here is Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lillard attacking. Count it.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Outside, Green. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Covington with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Powell for 3. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets leading by 5. Millsap passes to Green. To the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Murray against Lillard. Feeds to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. The shot by Powell, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's Barton on the wing. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Back to Murray. Shoots the 3. No good that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them hoping. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So on the floor for Denver, Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Porter at the small forward position. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Lillard. The dish to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. The Nuggets shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Barton kicks to Murray. pass to Gordon. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Wheeling and dealing in the pick and roll. Murray, an encouraging sign of him improving as a passer.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of it.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Barton outside. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Back to Gordon. Tips it up. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Hey, Murray's reputation and profile is that of a scorer. I mean, that's what he is, but he's also showing you that he's not afraid to get his hands dirty either.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. He kicks it to Powell. Back to Lillard. It counts. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Here's Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Gordon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul him.
Denver making a switch here. Bulls checked in, and so he makes both from the line. 1:22 left in the third quarter. Here's Simons. Anthony with it. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
It's Barton with the drive. And he overshot that one, missing. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 4-point game. Anthony kicks to Cantor. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
The Nuggets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. It's Jokic top of the key. Now here's Barton. D right on him. Here's Gordon. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71% 5 for 7. Here's Simons. Now the feed to Cantor. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lob pass to Gordon. It's tipped. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Denver. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Enes Kanter, C.J. McCollum out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Anthony, and it's Covington in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Powell. And here's McCollum. Lets it go from deep. That shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Out to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 to shoot. McCollum. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Cantor dishes to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now Murray. He feeds it to Millsap. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Murray for 3. And again, Denver no good. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Murray, the pass to Dozier. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Jokic. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. Albert Covington picks one up.
And, you know, the potential the Joker has is exciting. Jokic, a big man who can score, pass, and rebound, and do all of those well. This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. 1:21 left in the fourth. Inside, there's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Gordon. Down low, Bull, and the layup's good off the glass. Bull's got his first points of the game.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
But they recover it. Here's Gordon. Passes it to Jokic. Second chance effort. No good on the layup. And Portland with the ball. They trail by 1. Powell finds Nurkic. Count it!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Murray outside. To the paint. Here's Gordon. Money!
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lillard attacking. It's good!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 1. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming into how it's ended.
Well, Kevin,
David Aldridge, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. Jackson misses. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington with the ball. Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Bucket is good.
That one's not on the defense. That's just pure aggression from Paul George. He wants that challenge.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here is George. Here's Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
It's McCollum on the wing. Kicks it to Nurkic. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the 3. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard against Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Banked in off the glass.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
George against McCollum. The offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lillard misses.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's George. Knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Leonard off the inbound. That one misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Simons. Patterson defending.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Cantor with it. Leonard picks him up. Out left to the wing. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Patterson passes to Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Powell against Leonard. Powell kicks to Jones. Back to Powell. The 3. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out to Morris. Over Anthony. Morris passes to Kennard. 5 to shoot. And Jones sends it back. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Rondo. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
Simons, the pass to Canner. Now Powell. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Rondo.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
He nails it, and we're tied up.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Simons surveying the D. This is to Cantor. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Kennard. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
They've got Patrick Patterson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard. Then there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 2-guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Lillard. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Batum, and that one is good. Batum's got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Clippers.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Back to Lillard. High post, Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Clock at 6. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Lillard. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Nurkic with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Over in the corner, Batum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Leonard looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. On the wing, Batum. To the inside. Zubac. It's good.
He sees his man has the angle on the interior and drops a dime right there.
Lillard outside. Down low. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Passes it to Lillard. Over Jackson. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Batum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Now he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, you can't let Rondo get free in those situations. He's an absolute terror on the fast break.
McCollum outside, inside, and Cantor throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Rondo. Here's man. Back to Patterson. Over McCollum. And 3 chances on that possession. But they just couldn't find a way to score. It's Powell on the wing. Back to McCollum. The baseline J, and he hits the jump shot.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Here's Simons. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Rondo passes to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll do it.
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And here's McCollum. Lillard outside. For the lead. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
The drive by Jackson. Good work defensively by Lillard. Portland trailing here. And a wide open look for McCollum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post. Possesses great touch and great length.
Lillard against Jackson. Powell kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And here's George for 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Jackson. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by George. Here's Anthony. Drops in the layup for 2. And now a 3-point Portland lead. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG. Kevin Durant. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Lillard against Rondo. Morris into the lane, and he gets it to go. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Lillard against Rondo. It's stolen by Rondo, and they're on the break. Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
You always had great instincts defensively. Rondo using that length there to come up with the steal.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Cantor, good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. So it's the Clippers now. Right side, Rondo. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They lead by 1 to the left wing. Lillard against Kennard. Now Lillard. He's got 15. The teardrop falls in. Lillard's got 17 now.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The feed now to Patterson. Yep, that one goes.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. They get a hand on it. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. Rondo with it. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. The Clippers shooting about 42% so far. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And the shot goes in.
Well, I think he's known as a pick-and-roll defender, but Patrick Patterson taking advantage on the offensive end. Good timing, good execution.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Over to the wing. Here's Anthony. And he converts the layup.
Boy, how well does he use his frame to hold off the defense? Melo with the strong finish.
Coffey passes to Patterson. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And there's the pass to Simons. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Cantor. The rebound by Patterson. Pass to Simons. Portland no good that time either. The Clippers trail. Morris with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Yep, that one goes in there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Morris against Anthony. Back to Cantor. Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 6 points for Enes Kanter.
Very good presence of mind by Kanter right there. Good at taking contact and finishing through it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A different look now for Portland. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And the 3 off target. And George, here we go. And he comes up with the deuce. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
On the wing, George. And George with the stuff.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependent.
Lillard scanning the floor. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Leonard attacking, but they get it back. To take the lead, Nurkic with the block, and they get it back. Batum passes to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And the basket by McCollum.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Outside, George. There's the triple. George missing again. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. The tray. It's money from deep.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
George against McCollum. And George, here we go. Great D that time from Nurkic. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Takes it out to Leonard. Got a piece of it. And so they foul intentionally. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And a deep three from Lillard.
One of the best defensive players in the entire league. Kawhi Leonard, so hard to get a clean look against him.
Here's George. Good.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
So the big win by Portland in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Clippers as they go up against the Denver Nuggets. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Porter passes to Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Now Murray. Inside. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Batum against Gordon. The kick out to Barton. The putback. Jokic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
George against Barton. And George, here we go. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Jokic. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Porter kicks to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Gordon. Shoots over Batum. Here's Jokic. Up and in on the layup. Jokic has got 8.
Well, people try to be aggressive with Jokic, but it doesn't bother him much on that kind of possession.
Outside Rondo. Down low. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Here's Barton. That shot off the mark. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Zubac, the pass to Jackson. Back to Zubac. To the inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Well, great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
On the wing, Gordon. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. 1:19 left to play in the first. They double him with Green. Morris finds Patterson. Here's Mann. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Back to Murray. The pass to Millsap. And there it is for him. Millsap's got his second basket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Rondo gets the bucket.
He sees the court so well, Rondo. As soon as the lane opened up, he was all over it.
Passes it to Murray. On the wing, Gordon. Kennard covering. Green. And Green slams it in.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Morris passes to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Millsap. Denver leading by 3. Murray outside. Steps back and fires. And that one goes long. The Clippers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Denver with the ball. To the paint. Here's Gordon. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mann in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Millsap dishes to McGee. Just 5 on the clock. Murray, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Kennard from outside the arc. Here's Jackson. Morris outside. To the inside. 9 feet out. And he connects with the jumper. Patterson's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
Well, Patterson being a little more assertive in the offense here tonight. Ready to shoot that time off the direct pass.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Campazzo. And the rejection by Jackson. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Pass to Millsap. Over Morris. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it.
Oh!
Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
The Nuggets trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Millsap finds Porter. Looking to end the run. The rebound by Patterson.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Leonard. He's guarded close, and it's good. 2 points.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
They get it back. McGee, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Leonard on the wing. To the middle. Patterson passes to Kennard. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Kennard's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Right side Millsap. Nice open look, but it's no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Stolen by McGee. Here we go, all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Patterson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Feeds it to McGee. Plays it up and banks it in. McGee's got 4 this quarter.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
34 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Millsap has the open look. Again, the Nuggets score.
Yeah, even though Paul Millsap can spread the floor for you, that mid-range jumper is becoming a weapon.
Jackson drives in, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Batum's running.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Clippers ahead. They lead by 9. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2-guard spot. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And they're able to recover. No good from Zubac.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now the pass to Zubac. Jokic with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Leonard with the steal. Zubac with it. Now defended by Jokic. Jackson has the open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And the basket by Gordon.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Los Angeles leading by 3.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser, because I believe he did a search for locked picks, because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
From deep, George. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
It's easy to understand why Paul George is one of the top scorers in the league. He can read the defense, he can shoot it, he can get inside, and he's riding a hot streak now.
The kick out to Barton. Pass to Jokic. A shake. That shot off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. George passes to Zubac. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Outside Porter. Back to Murray. Barton outside. Clock at 6. Inside, Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers. George with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Nobody near Leonard. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Coffey's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And that one, good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside Rondo. Morris into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got his first basket.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
It's deflected. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Down low. And Coffey gets it to go. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Kennard on the wing. Wide open. Porter pulls it in. And they're pushing it up. Loads it up for Millsap. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And here's Rondo. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 10. A three from Morris. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside for Murray. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's off from three-point range. And here is Patterson. Pass to Morris. Fires from deep. For 3. And no good. Great D that time from Green. Murray finds Porter. Barton outside. Jokic with it. There's the pass to Porter. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Morris. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Rondo on top. He's covered by Murray. Kicks it out to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Patterson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Nuggets trail by 7. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Porter. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Rondo. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And George with the stuff. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Outside, Porter. The feed to Green. That one falls.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. Back to Rondo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. George with no one around. Connects from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Murray kicks to Green. Pass to Jokic. Back to Green. Denver passing it around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Jackson from long range. Zubac finds Jackson and stolen by Gordon. Barton passes to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Keeps it alive. Batum grabs the miss. And the foul on Will Barton. That's foul number 2 for him. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
George with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Zubac, that's good.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
That one good for 2.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
He loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 14.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. The city of Denver is in full. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Murray in at the point. Now here's Gordon. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Murray against Lillard. Murray dishes to Porter. 4 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Gordon trying to break loose. Jokic, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. The 3. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game. Or, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now here's Lillard. Fires from the line. That's good on the jump shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And Jokic slings it in.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Now here's Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. That 3 off the mark. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. Here's Millsap. Anthony with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. McCollum against Murray. He's on target from 8 feet out.
Even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Now here's Cantor. Anthony with it. Now defended by Jokic. The pass to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cantor inside. Jokic defending. Jones, no one around him. They get it back. Cantor kicks to Jones. McCollum outside. To the inside. Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
To the paint. It's good.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Trailblazers trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cullen passes to Anthony. Inside. Kicks it out to McCollum. From deep. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for Paul Millsap. To the middle. Here's McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McCollum against Murray. And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Outside Gordon. Murray outside. Pass to Green. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where things.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Green is out there with Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. To the paint, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Porter passes to Green, and he banks in the layup. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor, and Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. Pass to Porter. Back to Green. The kick out to Porter. The dish to McGee. Denver passing it around. 6 to shoot. And Porter, here we go. And the shot goes down. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Back to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 6.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Barton against Powell. It's Barton with the drive. And Green with the basket on the assist by Barton. He has 6. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Well, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Outside Porter. The feed to Green. That shot no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Passes it to Powell. Nurkic with it. And it's in there. Now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
On the wing, Porter. Rebounded by Anthony.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Porter with the steal. The drive by Green. Barton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Barton's got his first points in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
He's all alone. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Absolutely terrific in transition. When the floor opens up, Barton attacks and doesn't let up.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard with the bucket. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Anthony against Porter. He feeds it to Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
McCollum finds Covington. Back to McCollum. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off inside.
And the footage relayed.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, and fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. Running off screens or off the bounce,
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Back to Lillard. Takes the 3. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 13.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Here's Gordon. Porter trying to free himself up. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Murray.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Lillard attacking and foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Lillard throws it down.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Porter looking it over. Knocks it loose. On the wing, Gordon. It's Barton on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Gordon. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gordon's got 6.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Lillard. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Back to Murray. Yep, it counts. Murray's got his 2nd bucket.
That would be 4 in a row for him now, as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. It's McCollum with the drive, and it's good for 2. He's got 6.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Jokic. The shot comes out. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Lillard. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Barton kicks to Murray. 1:09 left here in the 3rd quarter. Covington with the steal. To the inside. Porter with the steal. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Lillard against Murray. Down low, and the dunk by Covington.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Here's Jokic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ennis Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. McCollum against Barton. Here's Simons. Kanter finds McCollum. And the shot is good.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. The Nuggets on top. They lead by... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Green in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Simons. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Murray. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Millsap grabs the miss. Denver leading by 4. And there's the pass to Gordon. Millsap's against Anthony. Millsap dishes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Simons surveying the D. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Murray finds Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. To the inside. And there's Green on the assist by Millsap. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Barton dishes to Millsap. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard against Millsap. Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Lillard.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Ball kicks to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
Lillard outside. Denver grabs the miss. There's 1:47 left in the game. And here's Gordon. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
You know, even when the defense is a little handsy, Gordon is a pro at completing these drives.
Covington passes to Lillard. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And Cantor now top the key. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Gordon. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Millsap passes to Gordon. Green inside. Covington's there. Here's Gordon. Out to the right wing. Millsap left side. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And this is why Millsap makes the big bucks. Dependable at stepping up his game in the clutch.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Covington kicks to Lillard. Launches a three. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Here's Bol. Good.
And the touch Bol has is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
So we see Denver get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Pass to Covington. Here's Lillard, guarded by Jackson. Three-pointer. And it's Lillard missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Lillard. The Clippers grab the miss.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his night out. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's McCollum. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's McCollum off the drive. Shot at 5. Back to Covington. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the basket by Jackson.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now here's Lillard. And the layup falls.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. George against Nurkic. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubats. And finally they hit one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Lillard. That misses off the backboard.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell, that's good.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
And here's George for 3. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. McCollum with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. And the dunk by Powell.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Jackson. Zubats controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Here's George. Plays it up off the glass.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Lillard surveying the D. No good with the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And Leonard gets it to go.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the rejection by Zubats. They retain possession. Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
George Count that bucket. George has got 6 points.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Lillard attacking.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there. Powell is out there with Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Morris with the bucket. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Rondo. The Blazers getting the bucket. Patterson with it. Jones covering. Patterson passes to Morris. Crafty move. He takes it up and lays it in. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Powell dishes to Carmelo. Passes to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged. And everything has to be earned.
And the Clippers have possession. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Mann. A beautiful reverse layup.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patterson, and such a nice move to make the basket work. Patterson's got his first 2 points.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that'll be 2 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Turnover there, but for the most part, they've taken care of the basketball. That was one of the few mistakes they've really made.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. 1:49 left in the first half. But they'll get another chance. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Cullen passes to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Jackson.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Wasted no time on that one. And now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead. 1:07 left in the first half of basketball. George against McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling, and the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Good on both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
George looking around. A floater. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. Lillard outside. From deep 3-point range. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Leonard draws the double. On the wing, Batum. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break kings. McCollum with the ball. Anthony up on top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Covington. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Covington's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. There's Jackson with the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Nurkic can't hit.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Leonard inside, guarded by Powell. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubats. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Get on CJ.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Offline with his three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And George, here we go. Sweet little floater. George has got 12.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Nurkic up top. Kicks it to Powell. Back to Nurkic. Count it, and the foul. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Here's Oturu. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Powell, the pass to Simons. Pass to Kanter. Out to Anthony. Here's Simons. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Rondo. Out to Morris. The pass to Coffey. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Jones against Morris. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Coffey. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Powell, the pass to Jones. To the paint. And Kanter throws it down.
Explosive leaping ability. Allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Here's Oturu. Can't hit from in close. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Jones against Rondo. And here is Powell. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead. Rondo looking around. And he makes good on the layup. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the strength of Rondo finishing through contact.
Here's Simons. 11 points in the game. Powell kicks to Anthony. Pass to Kanter. Oturu with the rebound. Here's Morris. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Portland has possession. They lead by 1. Lillard way outside from beyond the arc and then some.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Jackson passes to Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Now Lillard. He dishes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Passes it to Mann. Looking for George. He gets it there. To tie it up. Nice D from Lillard. Portland leading. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And yes, it's good.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Leonard on the wing, out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now, here is George. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
And it's Lillard missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
There's the 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D packing the lane on the break, so he calmly rose up and drained the transition 3.
Mann gets the bucket.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in for Carmelo Anthony. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rondo's checked in. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 5. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Shot by Rondo is no good. Covington in the corner. Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Clock is at 3. From past the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach.
Oh, the power on that throw-down.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Now, here's Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Back to Lillard. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one. I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
From deep, no good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah,